can't explain how excited I am. We're finally getting to chase some whitetails. It's Wednesday, season comes in Saturday, so I'm gonna spend the next couple days scouring some spots that I've not only hunted in the past and scouted in the past, but some new spots that I've been finding on Onyx and dropping some pins, just some different kind of habitat and diversity, I guess, instead of, you know, hammering the same spots over and over that have the same qualities of vegetation and bedding areas. But we're gonna change it up and, you know, kind of hit different a different spot, more hardwood focused, not just water, beans. Obviously beans, any sort of ag field is kind of tough to find on public land. They're out there, they do manage them, but they're tougher to find. And when you do find them, they're super populated with people. Everybody sees it online, you know, hunting beans or videos online. Beans are the perfect place to target early, which they are, no doubt about it. It's just a good food source that deer love to eat early on. But I think if we can shy away from the pressure, I think we'll be pretty good. So we're gonna just put a podcast on, listen to some music, and enjoy the sunrise that is about to come up here in the next hour or so. The giant beaver on the sign got me. We're going to Buc-ee's. Well, I didn't get anything fancy, but it is kind of funny going in there. It's just like nothing, no other gas station out there. It's weird. And they're already yelling about fresh meat or something, I don't know. But sun is coming up finally. Kind of in and out, sporadic rain. Still feel like crap, but we got plenty of days ahead of us to be tortured and feel like crap, so might as well start off feeling under the weather, right? The legs are gonna be sore. We're gonna put a lot of miles on scouting this week, trying to find a good spot for this weekend. Hopefully put a buck down. Let's get back on the road and we'll get to camp, get the campsite set up, and then we'll go hit some hardwoods. Sounds like a plan. Whoa. Oh man, this bug. We made it. We made it to the campground about 2 hours ago. I pulled in, I'm like, man, I gotta try and get some sleep or try and sleep this off. So I took a nap in the front seat of the truck because I couldn't remember what side I was at and they weren't open yet. So now we're finally getting out of the truck. It's 11 o'clock, but feels great out. We're gonna get the tent set up, get everything set up, unpacked, and then head out to the I guess the first spot that we have in mind. So try and get all of this unpacked, all the stuff back here unpacked. Go for that. But she's all set up. Didn't even break a sweat. But now we gotta get everything out of the truck. Decided to bring the bigger tent because I'm here for a week. So why not have more space? I even brought me an air mattress. I brought the sleeping bed too, but I brought the air mattress so he can sleep in comfort and style this week, because, you know, I deserve it. All right. All right. Well, we've made it like 300 yards down this trail. Just walking real slow, kind of just looking for a sign. And it's at the bottom. It follows this like creek bank. It goes all the way back into the spot that I'd marked. It's like, it's far. It's really far, and there's no easy way to get in there. But once I got so far in here, I'm like, why don't we just go up top, or at least like halfway, 3/4 of the way up, and kind of think how Buck is thinking, you know, betting on that upper shelf. Well, we got up here about 3/4 of the way, and I just jumped a little spike buck. It was bedded down, but I think we're on the right track of where we need to be walking. But the only thing I don't like about what I'm seeing so far is all these trees that are in here are pretty young and dead. There's not much food trees. I'm just seeing a lot of browse. There's no acorn producing oaks or anything that are around here, but I'm gonna try and get up on this top. On Onyx, it looks like there's like field edges. I'm sure the fields are overgrown, but if I can get up to that field edge and kind of walk and see if there's any browse along that. But if not, we're just gonna follow this ridge line all the way out to where I'm trying to get to. I'm in this big stand of oaks right here. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of acorns, but there's a bunch of browse all through here. But I'm not seeing much acorn production. I'm gonna drop this camera here in a second. I can get my binos out and kind of just glass the tops of these trees and see if there's any acorns up there. But from what I can see, I'm not seeing any acorns, or very little. It's starting to thunder. It's getting real dark. So I'm gonna start easing my way back, but I'm gonna walk back a different way just to kind of get eyes on newer ground and see if there's anything worthwhile on the way back. But I've gotten into a mess of seed ticks, but I had sprayed very, very good with permethrin, so we'll see what happens. I sprayed my boots especially good, and there's thousands of them on my boots right now. So fingers crossed that when we get back, they're all dead, and I've not got a million red dots on my legs that'll itch for a month. So start heading back and try and get out of here before the storm rolls in. What a day. I feel horrible. My allergies are insane right now. I can't even breathe. But what I was hoping for, we got beans. This is all private where we're at, but it butts up to public that is kind of landlocked almost, and I know nobody's putting effort in to get back to this spot. And we've actually scouted this spot in a previous episode a couple years ago. Me and a couple buddies of mine. There's a strip of public that runs along the river here, and is connected by beans, so it'll be perfect to get back in there and see if there's any good deer sign. I guess the only way to get rid of allergies is just expose yourself to more pollen. This is some tall corn. I mean, look at this stuff. I'm like 7 feet tall. No, I'm like 5'10", but still, that's some tall corn. We got a pretty easy hike. We're gonna just walk back this lane all the way back to the little river that's back here. I'm not even in here 20 feet. And this is just hammered. There's sign everywhere. But it's pretty easy to get to right here. And that's the only downfall to this, is people probably come back here. Which sucks. Made it about 15 feet past where I just talked to y'all. And there's a camera pointed on this trail. I told you there'd be sign down here. I'm gonna try and go around it. I don't want to mess with his or hers camera. I'll drop down below it and go around. Push past it. Bunch of turkeys right there on the edge of the field. But there's no deer sign up here. Well, we made it back to camp. I didn't really see much moving in the fields. I kind of just wanted to get back, take a shower, make some dinner. Been a long day, to say the least, that's for sure. Make some chicken. Get something fired up on this fire pit here, because I'm starving. Let's make some buffalo chicken wraps. Well, I'm eating this. I can't even see. I'm eating this and I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Morning. It's like 6:30. It's been storming since 3 o'clock this morning. It got really bad at 4 o'clock. I actually moved into the truck for 30 minutes till it passed. It's been raining since. It's supposed to rain till like noon today. So I'm about to come up with a game plan on what we're gonna do. But I really need to put some coffee on somehow. See if you can't get a fire started. Get some coffee going.
I was gonna try and make coffee, but I mean, it's still pouring and it's still thunder and lightning. So coffee and breakfast is a no-go. I'm gonna go see if any of these gas stations just have a little grill in there that they're cooking up breakfast. I don't know, it's kind of early, it's 7 o'clock. I don't know what time these gas stations open, but a lot of them serve food, so I guess let's roll around and try and find a gas station that's open with food. First gas station I came to, $5. Got me 2 biscuits and gravy, some eggs, and a large coffee. That's good sausage gravy. Well, I found my new spot. Well, next spot. It's this, obviously it's a piece of public that's kind of sectioned off with private land. There's no access to it. There's no gates or anything. The only thing that I could find in this like mile stretch of road is this tiny little piece of grass right here to pull off onto. But should be pretty good to get in there. The only problem we have is there's a creek right here, and it looks like it's pretty deep, so we might have to take our boots off and walk across it, but cross that creek when we get there. This should be interesting. It's way deeper than it looks. There's spots where it's gonna be over my boots for sure. Nice. There's nothing graceful about this, but my feet are dry. Spot number 2 for the day. More water. I got a pretty long hike on this one. I gotta go up like 250 foot in elevation, which isn't too bad, but it's about 500 yards to the ridge top. It's a really long ridge. It runs, I guess, east and west, and there's a bunch of fingers that come off of it that run north and south. They go down to another creek on the other side. It's worth a shot. I'm just now getting up here to the top of this ridge. It's awesome woods. It's all just like this. It's pretty much open. There's a little bit of like an understory, but once you get to the top, it's all like old timber, old oaks and pines, but there's deadfalls everywhere, and there's beds just sporadically through all of this deadfall and understory thicket. Perfect sign. Right on the top of this ridge. There's a tree dropping acorns. But I'm just gonna kind of bebop around this area and see if there's a little more sign. I'd like to see some scrapes or some rubs or something showing me that there's bucks in here. And then I'm gonna pick a tree out, mark it on Onyx, and we'll be in here.
just got out of there. It seems like a good spot. There's not overwhelming sign, but there's a lot of deer sign, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of buck sign, but it seems like we've got some weather rolling in, so head back to camp, kind of go over some options. But I think that's going to be one of those spots that you get in there in the morning and set up underneath that feed tree, and then kind of early mid-morning work your way back even further and just keep walking. I mean, you can go so far back on that piece, so that's probably gonna be the game plan for there. Just it has to make sense for the wind, which I looked and there's not much of a south wind in our forecast, and that's what I need, like a west southwest wind. So I don't know, we got a lot of options. Let's go back, make some food, and kind of just relax and forecast what we're gonna do this weekend. Well, it's been a long day to say the least. We actually had to run into the city and get some medicine. I had to get some medicine for my head cold or allergies or whatever's going on. It's 4:30. I'm gonna cook something up real quick on the grill or on the fire, and then we're gonna go get an evening scout in. Let's do some deer burger, make some burritos. Let's enjoy this big old burrito here. Well, to cap this day off, it's pretty successful. We went out for one last scout. I didn't really get much video of it, but we kind of walked back this cornfield. It's got like this river bottom thicket in between it and a private bean field. It was all right. I seen some buck sign in there. Nothing to write home about, but I do have options. I really think that going deep in the hardwoods is going to be where it's at. But we're going to cap this night off with a little oatmeal around the fire as a little snack, and then try and get some sleep, some much needed sleep, because last night sucked. So let's make some oatmeal and then let's go to bed.